Let's bow our heads and place ourselves in the presence of the Lord. Dear Lord, we stand before you in humble prayer before we start this program. We realize that without your blessings, we would not be able to succeed with the plans we have for this activity. Bestow your grace and divine wisdom to all of us present here, so we could cooperate and enjoy camaraderie and love for the greater glory of your name. Bless also those we have left behind our homes. May you grant them peace and happiness as they go about their activities. Bless people around the globe that they may enjoy peace and the goodness of your love. We ask all these through your mighty name. Amen.
We are a peaceful people. Struggle is with struggle, and we don't look for trouble. Just ask around. But when outside faces from foreign places talk about taking over, we ain't backing down. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one caress, not a blade of grass. This land is all I know. We gonna make it somehow. We will bend like a bow and never break. Our fathers came here and they lived and died here, and we ain't moving nowhere. Make no mistake, 'cause we ain't giving up no mountain, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one rice, not a blade of grass.
Pleasant good night to those who are tuning in on another episode on The Wrap. I must say thank you for being here once again, and I must say thank you for your patience because I had a little setback, but nevertheless I'm here, so we can go straight into discussions here tonight. First, I want to take the opportunity to say good night to I don't know who's the person. I'm just seeing Facebook user. Good night to whoever that person is. Good night to Bobby the Sims. Good night to you. And good night to it is Sharon Kausler. Sharon, how are you? I'm hoping that you're doing well. I guess you're back home now in the Rukununis. So I'm hoping you and the family are going well. Vicky Danaram, good night to you, brother, and thank you for tuning in. And Vicky Danaram is tuning in all the way from Madia. Good night to you and good night to Madia. So, guys, as you tune in, two things I'm going to ask you for is to let me know where you're tuning in from. That's one. And two, let me know, no, for a matter of fact, and two, share the live, share the broadcast as you join. Good night to my dear friend Rima Rohi Paul. Good night to you, Rima, and thank you for tuning in to this program, Rima. Help me share the program as we discuss tonight. We have Prasad David. Good night to you, Prasad. Thank you for tuning in. Anil Prasad as well. Good night to all you wonderful people. It's a pleasure having you here. So, guys, I'm back again, and like I said, I will be here every night, and I mean it every night from Sunday to Sunday. Only as of for Sunday's afternoon, I will be on from 6 p.m. That's the only difference. For Sunday, it will be 6 p.m. in the afternoon. But from Monday to Saturday, it will be from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. or beyond. So let us go into discussion. Let me once more again say good night to those who are tuning in. I see I have Hero Bisoon. Good night to you, brother. Good night, Shirley Ramdas, one of my loyal follower. Good night to you, Shirley. And Shirley, please share the live as you guys tune in, and let us get into discussion. So, guys, as we know that there's a trend in what to say. I don't I like sometimes I'm out of words, but because of the nature of the situation, and it's not something for us as Guyanese to take lightly because technically, I don't want to sound here as though, or I don't want to use this opportunity to mislead persons or to put people in no form of suspense. People has to be agitated and wondering what's the next move. What I know is that we are united on this situation, and when I said we are united, the president did say that publicly, that we are united as a people, and meaning on both sides of the aisles, from the opposition side, on the government side, because this land belongs to us, and despite our religion, our political affiliation, despite our political views, despite our race or religion, we are one people, one nation, one destiny, and that's why the government, or that's why the president is pushing for us to live as a people, as one people in one Guyana. So thank you so much, and let us go into discussion. So as we know today, first, again, before I move on, let me just acknowledge those who are just tuning in. I see Otis. I must say good night to Ravinja Lachman. Valerie Souvenir, good night to you. Vishram Patrick, good night to you. And Harish. What's that? We have some trolls here tonight again. Let me just take the opportunity. I don't want to be distracted by these trolls here tonight again. Yes. So yes, guys, I don't want to be distracted again. People have their views and opinions, and they can go ahead. I don't mind. I'm here to do what I love, and I'm here to do the government's job, because that is my business, and that is the government business. So, guys, as I was saying, we all know the situation presently as it relates to the controversial border issue between the Guyana and Venezuela, and we know this has been something that has been pending for a very long time. Nevertheless, of recent, there have been some form of information that is being going around, where we are being told that the Venezuelan army and troops are closing in, and for a matter of fact, they're on our territory. I'm not sure, again, to say, I don't want to say if that is true or it's not true, because people are posting photographs, videos, and then we have to be very, very careful with social media, because you can be misled in so many ways, and we don't want persons to be misled. So let us be very careful. Let us wait on the government. I believe that the government is competent enough to handle this situation in a more professional manner. And better yet, we also have the opposition that is in support and in standing firm to ensure that we take what is rightfully ours. So today, the opposition leader, the Honorable Aubrey Norton, had the opportunity to meet with the president, and I must say to you, it was the opposition who was being supported, or I should say, along with his visit, was we had Amanza Walter Desir and other member of parliaments that met with the president and the vice president, along with the prime minister and other senior government officials. So before I go into discussion, before we share our other views and opinions, I would like to run a little clip today where the opposition leader would have shared his view on the visit with the president.
I have two statements during the course of the last week, one on the mobilization of troops on the border, the other to do with the referendum that is tantamount to annexation. Are you satisfied with the meeting?
Yes, I thought the meeting was a very successful meeting. We have been able to outline all our positions. We are unified in a number of issues, including rejecting this whole idea of a referendum, that it is pernicious, dangerous, and we hope it should not go forward. It's very aggressive by nature and militarizes an issue that really should be for diplomatic resolution.
Venezuela brought a statement today saying that the president has rejected negotiations and meeting, that the Guyanese president has rejected that. Did that come up in any discussion during this meeting?
Not directly, but when I read the Venezuelan statement, look, you have to understand what Venezuela is trying to do. Venezuela is trying to shift this thing away from the ICJ. We have to ensure it stays with the ICJ. Our best option is with the ICJ. And Venezuela in this particular document argued, unfortunately and erroneously, that they're trying now to root it in the Geneva Agreement. This process is as a result of the Geneva Agreement. We have tried for years the good officer. It didn't work. And finally, we decided, in keeping with the Geneva Agreement, that it will go to the ICJ. We have urged Venezuela to make their presentation to the ICJ. But this is rooted in the Geneva Agreement, and what Venezuela is attempting to do is to make it appear as if we are, the government of Ghana, all of us are rejecting dialogue. We are not. It is from the Geneva Agreement that we ended up at the ICJ, and that is in keeping with that agreement that pursues the Pacific settlement of disputes.
Exactly what you and the president agreed on today in terms of next steps?
Well, we are going to issue that in a joint statement. I don't want to, since we will be engaging, we have two senior officers that will engage the government, and we will make a joint statement. And so I don't want to get into that until we finally agree. You would agree this is an issue that we have to be united on, and we don't want to say something and then the president says something. We are agreeing in principle that there will be one statement from all of us.
And it has to be consistent with what the lawyers that are dealing with the matter must appreciate too. Because we do not want to make a joint statement and it has legal implications, and we are then chastised by the lawyers that are arguing our case at the ICJ.
So that's to be consistent with the laws.
For instance, press the need for more public education.
Yes, we did. We stressed the need for public education. We pointed out that even when there is public education, it is not continuous. And we argued that going forward, there should be continuous education, continuous public education. And the president agreed. He said they have begun to work on it, and we're happy. We want continuous public education to ensure people understand the issues and are supportive of us.
And did you press the lead also for continued diplomatic engagement with CARICOM? We know that there are some issues in CARICOM. Some countries appear to be aligned with Venezuela, and also to ensure compliance after the ICJ's decision.
Well, we have discussed thoroughly the diplomatic initiative. The agreement is that we will continue to take actions at the diplomatic level, at the political level. We will do everything to ensure our case is sold to the international community. We feel comfortable that the international community is supportive of us, and we can't go to the extent to say who will comply after the ruling. We'll wait on the ruling, and then we will deal with the ruling after the ruling.
Did the issue of Venezuelan migrants come up? I know there's a concern
yes,
you raised.
We raised the issue of Venezuelan migrants, and there's an agreement that we will be provided with the information, and that we will engage on this issue through the Parliamentary Sectorial Committee on Foreign Relations.
So the committee will meet soon after Parliament?
The committee will meet and the Parliament will meet on the issue.
And you'll have a joint resolution? That's where you'll be heading?
Yes, everything we want to do in a united fashion.
We are approaching that December date that Venezuela has set. Will there be more engagements between yourself and the president directly and continuously on this matter?
We have agreed to engage at various levels. The president and I engagement is only one level, but we have the parliamentary level, we have the
sectoral committees,
and you have the committee on security and border and security, all of those we will
National security.
will engage in those.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The joint statement is coming out today?
Well, I can't say that it's today, I can't say it's tomorrow, but I can say to you that we have agreed to work and the parties are going to work on it, and
would like to
we will hurtle to do it in the
indicate
fastest possible time.
There was a meeting of the minds on almost all the issues. The migration of the Venezuelan issues, the diplomatic efforts that must be made, and the public education. And I am very happy that indeed we had this meeting. That is a trajectory I'd like to put it. It was of the highest united action, at least at this stage, between government and opposition. We want to carry it now to the parliamentary level, whether that parliamentary level will be the whole assembly and also the national committees. And so it is an extremely good start. And the fact that he has indicated that he is going to inform us as events crop up is also very important.
Thank you.
Can we ask you guys for a quick photo, please?
So that was the Honorable Member Kimrat Ramjitan and also the opposition leader Aubrey Norton response to the media today. I must say that I was reading a comment here. Let me see if I can find that comment here. I saw someone made a comment here that is very important. Yes, I think it was Kenrick Glasgow. Kenrick Glasgow saying, "Good night. Why is everything have to be about PPP or PNC? People, y'all better wake up and see what is happening all over the world." And Kenrick, I agree with you 100%. We have to understand that at the end of the day, we are human beings and we have our own thinking, our own style, and the way we operate. But at the end of the day, this is a threat. This is a national issue where a threat. Technically, it can be considered as a threat to our sovereignty, and we need to stand together. We need to unite as a people. I don't think that any of the sides would want to see Guyana go down in something like that, where we can see what is going on around the world right now. Look at what is happening. Excuse me, what is happening in Palestine and in Israel, right, and in other countries as well. This, as much as much as this look as if it's just a simple thing like that, is something that can become a nightmare to us, something that Guyana is not prepared for, something that we are not ready for, and we don't want to face that, right? So I believe at this time we need all hands on deck. We need to be working together as Guyanese, as a people, despite our political views and political affiliation. So, people need to get themselves together. People need to put aside the politics. This is not a time for politics. This is the time for unity. This is the time for us to be working together. So I have with me here the statement that was released, and I would like to read that statement to some persons. I guess some persons might not have seen the statement as yet, and some persons may not be or might not have the ability to read and understand this. So I will just read this statement for those who are listening, or probably those who haven't had the opportunity to get a first-hand view of the statement. So it's a joint statement by His Excellency Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali, President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, and the Honorable Mr. Aubrey C. Norton, MP, which is Member of Parliament, Leader of the Opposition. His Excellency Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali, President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, and Mr. Aubrey C. Norton, Member of Parliament of the Opposition, met at the office of the President on Tuesday, that is today, October the 24th, 2023, to discuss existential threat by the Venezuela to Guyana sovereignty and territorial integrity. President Irvin Ali was accompanied by the Honorable Brigadier Retired Mark Phillips, Member of Parliament, Prime Minister, Dr. The Honorable Bar Jagdeo, Member of Parliament, Vice President, the Honorable Gil Teixeira, Member of Parliament, Minister of Parliamentary Affairs and Governance, and the Honorable Yu Todd, Member of Parliament, Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation. The leader of the opposition was accompanied by the Honorable Kemat Ramjitan, Member of Parliament, Honorable Manzo Walton, Desir, Honorable Gita Chandan Edmond, Honorable Tabitha Sarbu Haley, and Ambassador Ronald Austin, CCH Advisor. In discussing the latest actions by the government of the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela in pursuit of its spurious claim to the Essequibo territory of Guyana, President Ali and the opposition leader, Mr. Norton, from the outset agreed that Guyana sovereignty is of paramount importance and is a matter of which the Guyanese people are all completely united. To this end, they condemned the flagrant violation of the rule of law by Venezuela and agreed that no effort should be spared to resist the country's persistent endeavors and undermine Guyana's sovereignty and territorial integrity. President Ali and the leader of the opposition agreed that the protection of the territorial integrity and sovereignty of the state must be subserved by a vigorous and comprehensive public relation program and the proactive and robust diplomatic effort aimed at blunting Venezuelan propaganda and misinformation as they relate to territorial controversy generally and the Geneva Agreement in particular. They reaffirmed the commitment to the current judicial process that is being conducted under the aegis of the International Court of Justice, that is the ICJ, and are convinced that this will finally resolve the questions raised by Venezuela over the validity of the 1899 arbitral award. They recall that for more than 6 decades after the 1899 arbitral award was delivered, Venezuela treated the award as a final settlement of the border between the two countries. To this end, it is consistently recognized and affirmed, relied upon the 1899 arbitral award as a full, perfect, and final settlement of the boundaries between British Guiana and Venezuela. In particular, between 1900 and 1905, Venezuela participated in a joint demarcation of the boundary in strict adherence to the letter of the 1899 arbitral award and particularly refused to continuance even minor technical modification of the boundary line described in the award. Venezuela proceeded to formally ratify the demarcated boundary in its domestic law, which depicted the boundary following the line described in the 1899 award. In July 1931, Venezuela concluded a boundary agreement with Brazil and expressly conformed the trijunction point of the boundary of British Guiana. Venezuela and Brazil, as described in the 1899 award, for more than 60 years, Venezuela gave full effect to that award and never raised a concern as to its validity of binding legal effects. President Ali and opposition leader Mr. Norton determined that the question to be posed in the referendum to be held by Venezuela on December the 3rd, 2023, violated the sanctity of the treaties. Moreover, they are in blatant disregard of the principle of the international law, in particular question 3 of the set of questions to be placed before the people of Venezuela speaks to the historical position of Venezuela of not recognizing the jurisdiction of the International Court of Justice to resolve the territorial controversy over Guyana Essequibo. While question 5 seeks the approval of Venezuela people for the creation of a new Venezuelan state consisting of Guyana's Essequibo region to include the granting of citizenship and Venezuelan identity in accordance with the Geneva Agreement and international law. This is a deliberate misinterpretation of the Geneva Agreement and a clear violation of international law. They further disclose the fact that no government or the people of the country has the right to international law to seize, annex, or conquer the territory of another country. International law emphatically prohibits this. They acknowledge the support by the international community for preservation of Guyana's sovereignty and territorial integrity and urge that Venezuela actions be closely monitored as they pose a serious threat to the peace and security of the hemisphere. President Ali and opposition leader Mr. Norton agreed to keep in close consultation on this matter of national importance. So, guys, I believe this is something that we need to, and for persons who might not had the opportunity to who might not have the opportunity to read the press statement today between the opposition leader and His Excellency Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali, you can check on my page as well, and you will see the statement there. So, guys, this is something that we need to take very seriously. This is not anything for us, like I said just now, to play politics. I know there's a lot of idle persons out there who are trying to mislead people with all sort of information, misinformation. For matter of fact, I was sent two messages. One, it's from Region 7. It was from Region 7, Kaikan, and another one from Itirimbang, where persons are saying that they were told that Guyana already, or the president or the government of Guyana, this is what they said to me, that they based on what they were told, is that the government of Guyana had already given to Venezuela, so now they belong to Venezuela. So I want to make that very clear to those persons. I know you are looking at this program presently. I saw one of those persons there. Please do not be distracted. Do not be misinformed by these propagandas that's being spread out there. And what's the saddest thing here is that some of these persons that are doing this are persons who are Guyanese who live right here in Guyana. Now, why would you want to do something like that? Why would you want to mislead people by saying such to them? We have to be very, very careful on this. What I know so far, and based on what the press statement has said here, right, is that so far, based on an agreement since in 1905, Venezuela would have already agreed on the demarcation of the boundaries, and that would have been final based on the Geneva Agreement. So now, why is it now Venezuela want to stir up something like this after you would have agreed on, after you have an agreement? Why would you want it to raise up something like that? Well, we all know why. I guess we all know why, and that proves the selfishness and the greediness of that country, or I don't want to generalize it to say the country, but by the present government of the Venezuela, right? So we understand the game that is being played out there. What we need to do as a people, and I want to say this to you, is that we need to continue to stand firm and unite as a people, because there is a time when we will need each other. I don't want to drive fear into anybody here, right? I just, we just have to pray and hope for the best, because people out there, people are just vicious. look at what is going around the world today. Look at what is happening around the world today. It's just wars and rumors of wars, and we don't want to have this in our country ever, ever, ever. So, people, I want to ask us to continue to pray together, stick together. I must say kudos to the opposition leader and his team to actually see them having or giving it the shot to finally sit and have a discussion with the president and his and members of his cabinet, because like I said, this speaks maturity. This speaks your level of maturity finally, because this is what Guyana is lacking of, despite who might be in the opposition and who might be in government. We need to always find that place where we can come around that table to sit, to make decisions, or to help make decisions for the best interests of the people, of your people, the citizens of this country. Because I believe that is why you have been elected within your respective communities, regions, or constituencies, whatever, because the people entrusted you, that, or they have the confidence in you that you will lead them in the right direction. So once again, I want to call on us to let us remain focused. Let us be vigilant, and let us stand strong on this matter. Um, Apart from that, there are some things apart from the Venezuela issue. There are some things that I wanted to touch on here, and I must raise it because this is based on what some parents have been saying to me. People send these stuff to me, and they asking me to discuss it. Well, like I said, I always leave this option open where people can call in and we can have discussions, right? So yes, I will now go into that particular issue. Let me just get access to that, right? All right. So yes, here I have it here. So there is a parent who reached out to me, and she has a concern. I you know I really don't know if this is the appropriate time to discuss about this, because this whole border controversial, um, it kind of like taking a toll on me mentally, because it's not that I sit here to say that I'm afraid or be distracted, but it's just that you know I'm just worried for my country and my people, and we have to stand firm on this. So let me just go into the message that was sent to me here. Now, a parent reached out to me, and she was saying that she wanted to know what is the position as it relates to as it relates to teachers that have received their grants. I can't remember what grants that is being called, but I know that the Minister of Education, the Honorable Priyamani Chan, would have indicated publicly that every teacher will be given a grant as well to help. Good night, Peggy. All right, Peggy, no problem. Yes, we'll be giving out these grants to these teachers around the country in our schools, where they can where of which it can offset most, I can say, most of the expenses, because that's a whole lot of money based on the amount of children in their class. And in that case, I think that would have been a little burden lifted from us as parents. Um, a parent reached out to me today, and she had a concern as it relates to wanted to know if that grant had reached Linden so far as yet, because teachers are still burdening her and burdening parents to contribute towards events and these things. And if this is so, parents um, parents have a right not to support, right? And I don't think I don't think that that is right, right? I don't think that is right. The government has provided a grant for you, right? And that would ease the burden of parents. So we don't want parents to be burdened with this. And if this is so, I'm calling on the Minister of Education to look into this matter. We're again, so far, personally for me, I can say that I personally were not contacted by any teacher so far. No teacher didn't ask me. I don't think they would ever do that as well, right? I don't think they will take that chance to ask me as well, because they know that I understand the system, and for a matter of fact, I am in the system, so I know what is actually playing out. Right? So I would say to you that parent, it is your choice. I wouldn't sit here to tell you to not give anything to any teacher or anything. We don't know what's the situation and what's the call, right? But what I'm going to say to you, that has to be your choice. For me personally, it's a no-no for me. The government would have already contributed towards that with through a grant. And I believe, I'm not sure, like I said, I'm not sure if teachers in Linden has received this yet, but I know some teachers around the country would have already received theirs already. So please, for the teachers who are doing this, please desist from it. All right, it's not right. Parents have a lot that's going on. Some parents could barely make it to send them children to school, and you don't want to be burdening them with this kind of, it's not right. The other thing, another parent raised it with me, and for the matter of fact, my wife and I also discussed this, because she also brought it to my attention. Where, where, um, where these canteens at the school, I sometimes I don't understand. I don't understand what is the position, or what these canteens at these schools, um, what they expect sometimes, or what they think. You have to understand, if you're doing a business of such, you're dealing with children. Now, these canteens selling their food stuff. Sometimes even the price is even higher to those that is be out there on the streets, right? These are school children. They got a little pocket change, and they're trying to stretch it. Even today, I can tell you today, my wife and I, we went to pick up my daughter at school, and while we got there, she said to me, she said to us, then my daughter said to us, she said to buy she's going to buy an icicle. We said okay, so she went and she come back with the icicle. So my wife asked her, she said, only one icicle you buy? She said, yeah. She said, how much for it? She said, three $20. Now people again, I mean, some boys might say you don't know what we gotta go through, and the prices of thing raised and all these things. But again, $60 for the little short, a little short thing in a bag, a little, and most of the time it's just like sugar water they throw in there. And I feel as though you're exploiting those children, right? I feel as though you're exploiting those children, and it's not right, right? Come on, let us not take advantage on them. And then the other thing, the other thing, something crossed my mind to see here just now, but I don't want to go in depth. I don't want to go in depth with it. But I'm just saying to you persons, especially those shop people, come on, don't take advantage on the children when they come to get this stuff, right? Give them what they deserve, because these children, if they go to your snack there or canteen or whatever, and they charge you $20, you don't want to give them anything. but yet you guys are taking advantage on these small children. Please don't do that, right? Y'all gonna get sin, right? The old people say y'all gonna get sin, y'all gonna go to hell for that, right? So guys, y'all, please, this is from that, right? So yes, that is just something I wanted to raise. Otherwise than that, I want to leave the floor. I want to leave the floor open now. If anybody needs a call, I would appreciate if you want to call and share your views and opinion. The number is displayed on the bottom on the screen, 624-5454. You can call me on WhatsApp and we can discuss. You can share with me whatever you want to share. So the line is open. If you want to call, feel free to call. Um, I want to take this opportunity to say to persons as well. Time and time there's information being sent to me. I have to also be careful of what I'm putting out there. And if you wanted to share something that might be bothering you, if you want to be anonymous, you don't want persons to identify who's sending the information out, feel free, send me the videos, send me the photographs with the details, and I can follow up on that for you. Because this is one of the reason for my program here as well, for people to have the opportunity to express themselves, and I can be that voice for you. I don't fear anything. So yeah, come out, send out this stuff to me, and let me highlight it for you. Let me bring it out to the public, um, so we can discuss more and we can share with the general public. I see Stanley Hamilton is asking, "What's your live weekly schedule?" So, Stanley, good night to you. Thank you for tuning in, and please see if you find Sally Jones and some will be part of the others, because I'm not sure if they're on for this time, but I'm here, Stanley, from Monday to Sunday, every single day, from 9 to 10. Only for Sunday, it's going to be from 6 to 7. Right? So yeah, thank you, Peggy. Peggy said 9 to 10. So Stanley, it's 9 to 10 p.m. Right? And for Sunday, 9 to 10 p.m. from Monday to Saturday, and for Sunday, it's going to be from 6 to 7 p.m. in the evening. So that's the time for now. And Stanley, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being here too, brother. And this is something that is going to be, this is my program, for matter of fact, is going to be here. I'll just get distracted here. So Peggy, I'm saying you better call in. Let me hear your voice. Oh, Teresa Ferrier. All right. Yes, Stanley. So my program is going to be here. Start back in full. So feel free to be here every night, bro. Share as you come in and so on. So guys, if there's anything else, one more call. If you need to call in, just call. The number is 624-5454. Or if you need to call direct, you can call on 611-0200 to share your views on opinions on whatever you need to have discussed. Again, if you have anything that you want to put out there, if you have ads that you want to run, whatever you want to discuss um, in terms of business wise, I will do so for you free of cost. I'm going to make it here clear from the early stage, all right, that this program is being fully funded. Um, it's been fully funded. Don't let me go into details, because I know they got some wicked people on the other side just waiting for something to launch. But it's a fully funded program, and there is no need for any contributions, right? I don't come and beg for $1 or $2 or anything, right? It's a straight program. I can tell you we had some issues before, and that is why the program has been rest down for a while, because persons feel as though they can use my program, use the RAP, to solicit funds from other people. And then when I get to find out and I deal with the issue, people got upset, and then they jump out for us to call my name and stuff without any evidence. But for me, I'm strong. There's nothing petty about me, right? I can deal with issues as it is. But nevertheless, that's water under the bridge. We are moving forward. We are here to do what we do. We are here to do what we do best, and therefore I'm going to continue to do so. Right. So here is it now, guys. It's almost closing time. I guess nobody wants to call in to share their view. Right. So I must say again, I want to thank you guys for being here tonight. It was a pleasure having you. It was a pleasure having you out of your bed. I guess some of you is just y'all just rock back right now, enjoying yourself. Probably taking a shot of a wine or something, but and listening to the program. But that's good. That's good. So if nothing else, I want to say thank you. Thank you to each and every one of you. Do have a blessed night. Stay blessed. Remember, tomorrow's another day. Ensure you get proper rest. If someone has some extra change, maybe they could send it to Sheraton. Rajendra Singh, behave yourself tonight. Right? So yes, yeah, I'll send it over there. So yes, it's a pleasure having you here tonight, and this is my time for now. I want to say thank you to those who would have shared the live, and I will see you tomorrow, same time, same place. And before I go, I must leave you with something as usual. So thank you, and do have a blessed night.